This is Brick, 2025. A chilling story of survival, mystery, and a sinister truth hiding behind those walls. A woman casually opens her front door, ready to head out for groceries. But the sight before her makes her blood run cold. A towering black wall blocks the entrance completely. Her husband Nick rushes over, equally stunned. They have no idea what happened overnight or where this wall came from. At first, they think it's just some cruel prank, but when they try the windows, their horror deepens. Every single exit is sealed shut by the same black wall. Nick tries everything he can, pushing, kicking, drilling, but the wall doesn't even crack. His wife, Lisa, panics and reaches for her phone to call for help, but there's no signal. As they move around the apartment, Nick notices something strange. Anytime an electronic device gets close to the wall, it malfunctions. The wall itself seems to be interfering with their technology. Frustrated, Lisa grabs a power drill and attacks the wall head-on. Sparks fly, drill bits break, but the wall remains untouched, like it's indestructible. When they attempt drilling into their own side walls, their hope crumbles. The entire building is surrounded by this impenetrable black material. How could such a massive construction appear overnight without anyone noticing? Just then, faint sounds from the neighbor's apartment give them a glimmer of hope. If they can hear voices, maybe the wall doesn't extend everywhere. They drill through and finally break into their neighbor's place, only to find the neighbors trapped in the exact same nightmare. No one knows who built the wall or why. Things go from bad to worse. The water supply cuts off. Without food or water, it's only a matter of time before they all die inside. Nick, furious, smashes his phone against the wall, only to notice something odd. The broken parts stick to the surface. Could the wall be magnetic? He quickly tests it with metal objects, and sure enough, the wall reacts. The magnetic pull is stronger in certain areas, almost as if those points are hiding a secret. Before they can figure it out, the metal pieces suddenly rattle violently. Nick shields Lisa just in time, but ends up with a painful injury across his back. Lisa bandages him up, and together they widen the hole leading into the neighbor's place, hoping more people might mean more ideas. But no matter what they try, hammers, drills, even smashing the walls, the black structure refuses to break. Then Lisa, an architect, remembers something. This building was constructed in 1897, and during World War II, an air raid shelter was built underneath, connected to the subway system. If they dig downward, maybe they can escape. With no water, no power, and no time left, Nick smashes through the floor. Soon he lowers himself down on tied bedsheets. But before he can explore, an old man steps out of the shadows, pointing a gun straight at him. The man is convinced Nick wants to steal his supplies, and in this new reality, survival is all that matters. Just as the tension spikes, the old man's granddaughter intervenes, convincing him to stand down. Reluctantly, he joins their escape plan. But when Nick removes a smoke detector from the ceiling, he's shocked to find a tiny hidden camera inside. Could someone be watching them? Another detector reveals the same thing. It dawns on everyone. This isn't a random trap. Someone built this wall on purpose. Someone is watching and maybe even enjoying their suffering. When they break into the landlord's apartment for answers, the truth only gets darker. The landlord lies dead in a pool of blood, both of his hands missing. The group is horrified. This isn't just about being trapped anymore. Something far more sinister is happening behind those walls, and their nightmare is only beginning. Anton, the mysterious man, insists the black walls are for their protection. According to him, a deadly virus has broken out, and this containment is the government's way of keeping people safe. His explanation sounds convincing, but no one fully believes him. They need proof. So once again, they break through the floor, reaching an underground shelter. But when they open the door, their hope shatters. Waiting for them is the same unbreakable black wall. Frustration boils over. One neighbor grabs the old man's gun and fires at the wall, but something terrifying happens. The bullets freeze in midair before violently ricocheting back. The younger ones duck for cover, but the old man isn't so lucky. A bullet pierces his chest, killing him instantly. The group reels in horror. The walls aren't just impenetrable, they're deadly. Some begin losing hope, but Nick refuses to give up. He's convinced the landlord's death is tied to all of this. So they return to the landlord's apartment, searching for clues. At first, they find nothing, but Nick notices something odd. The living room seems smaller than it should be. After feeling along the walls, he discovers a hollow space. There must be a hidden room. Just then, one of the neighbors finds a remote control. A few random clicks later, a hidden door unlocks with a faint mechanical hum. Inside, they uncover the truth. Computers, monitors, and surveillance feeds reveal every apartment had been secretly watched. The landlord was spying on all of them. But something more disturbing appears in the footage. Anton's friend once managed to open the black wall. The cameras didn't catch the full sequence, but a sudden flash of light reveals the hallway beyond. Before anyone can celebrate, the footage takes a dark turn. Anton is seen dragging his friend back inside and strangling him to death. Nick rushes back, but it's too late. The old man's granddaughter is already dead, and Anton has taken another hostage. A violent struggle erupts. Nick is too weak, but with help from a neighbor, they finally overpower Anton. Under pressure, he reveals the truth. He and his murdered friend both worked for a tech corporation. The black walls are their company's invention, designed to lock down entire areas during viral outbreaks or disasters. Anton believes the virus theory, but his friend thought it was a malfunction. Fearing exposure, Anton killed him. The group is furious. Their only real chance of escape was murdered by the one man who should have been on their side. But then a clue. Anton's friend had secretly written a program to bypass the wall. Nick transfers it to his phone and points it at the wall. 4 glowing symbols appear. He doesn't know the sequence, so he tries random combinations. Suddenly, the wall ripples, shifting from solid to a stream of particles. Hope surges. But when a neighbor woman tests it, disaster strikes. The wall seizes her arm, pulling her in. Before anyone can save her, half her body vanishes inside, and the wall seals shut again, killing her in the most horrifying way. Her husband, consumed by grief, executes Anton on the spot before turning the gun on himself. Now only Nick and Lisa remain. Determined, they study the glowing patterns carefully. Lisa realizes the flashes of light from each symbol match the sequence caught on the surveillance footage. They finally input the correct order. The wall dissolves, and at last, they escape outside. But the world they enter isn't the one they remember. Every building, every structure, is completely wrapped in the same black material. Confused and terrified, they sit in a car. Suddenly, the radio crackles to life. A broadcast explains everything. A massive fire at Anton's company caused the system to malfunction, triggering the black wall mechanism across the city. Survivors have gathered in designated safe zones. With no other choice, Nick and Lisa drive slowly toward safety, their nightmare finally behind them. Or is it? If you enjoyed this recap of Brick 2025, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you never miss more thrilling stories like this.